Yerp. Okay, how's everybody doing? Hello, Bloweed. Let's see, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of gum. Oh crap, I forgot I didn't turn on the thing. You're gonna say yerp. What the fuck is that? You don't like the yerp? Don't hate. Hold up, I gotta check the setting on my computer. I don't know what it is. To be honest, I don't know what it is either. I guess it's like the equivalent of saying yo. Or like that one scare movie where everybody was saying what up. I guess it's sort of like that. To be honest, I'm kind of the only one who I've heard say that. Like, I've said it enough in my friend group that they say it when I say it, but for the most part, I think I'm the only one who really says it. I don't think it's a common thing. Let's see. Downloadable content. Oh, they got a Louisiana map. Down in the bayou. Oh, that's cool. I like how the fields are shaped. What? That's kind of neat, and it catches the grass and everything. That's kind of cool. Especially for people farming by their little house and everything. That's kind of cool. What is this? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess that's the closest thing to what's up. I use it as a what's up type thing, so I guess that's the only thing it could mean. Or I guess that's the closest thing it could mean. Finish, bunker, so I like how you could easily connect them together like that. It's kind of neat. Okay, let's go ahead and get on in here. Get on in here. Get on in here. All right, we got to rack up some money, so we got to do a decent amount of forestry. I also did some research on horses last night for the other save, and I would say we have a nice setup going. I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be good. It's gonna be me. But yes, you can feed them from outside the barn, so that will definitely help us out. But yeah, and so we're gonna get that trailer for that one. Where's my notes? Here they are. Let's see, on this one, we gotta buy a forage wagon, SKB 240, I put tree research on here for some reason, and then a stump cutter. I don't know what tree research was, but I do know we need something to plant. Oh, tree research. I was supposed to be figuring out which tree is going to be the most beneficial for us. Let's see, you're doing horses. No, not on this map. I was just thinking about the other map. I did some research last night and figured out how we're going to get that working. Hello, Melissa, if you're here. Favorite lurker. Actually, there's a lurk command. She would be the queen of the lurk command. Let's see. Everything's good. Let's get to forestry. Not great, still trying to catch up on loads of sleep. Do you feel better than you did feel yesterday? I think that is maybe not the most important, but it is something, right? Okay, it's not letting us teleport into our Komatsu, so I'm thinking, interesting, because I'm pretty sure I don't have it parked, which is fascinating. I can go ahead and put this in park. Yeah, it's still not letting me. Okay, here's what we'll do. How about this? Go down here. This is finished. Whoop-de-whoop. Let's see, a bit yet, but my bones still aren't fully there. I'll get there. I'll hope. Still praying for you. Still hoping you're feeling better. Or at least get to the point where you're feeling better. Let's see. Move this over here. Let's see. I fell over today and bruised all my knees, so that was great. Yeah, and I know how that feels. Well, I don't know how the bruising of the knee feels, but I know how it like feels. Like you feel like you're getting healthier. You feel like you're feeling stronger. Just to get banged up a little bit more. It's like, well, crap. Now it adds even more time. But don't worry, you'll get there. You'll get there. It sucks for now, but you'll get there. Oh, I have this turned off for some reason. Don't know why. Let me go to this guy. We're gonna turn this guy around and start picking up some trees on the other side of the pond. Ooh, I also think I just realized why these trees are not being picked up. Notice this little guy is right here. Yep, it's like, oh well, just another day. Yeah. And sometimes that's just all you can do. It's just like, ah, crap. Well, at least, and the good part is at least you were trying to rest anyway. So, I mean, it's annoying, but at least it's not like a massive inconvenience considering you were already resting and trying to get well. It's just a little bit longer now. Let's see. We're gonna drive this through. I think I could. Wait, let me pick this up. Let's see. Switch, pick. Nope. Switch, pick. There we go. Tie. Good. Can we cut through anywhere? I don't think we can. So we're gonna go up and then cut down through. Yeah, I got the house clean. Just gonna do the rest tomorrow. But it'll take me one more day to do stuff now. Sometimes you just gotta laugh with the absurdity, I think is the word, of the situation, because that's all you really can do. It's just like, well, crap. Ooh, we don't own this. Darn it. Okay, so we can get this back little section here. Okay, so we don't own this. I'm gonna go down through here. Try to get the trees back over here, especially since we own field 42. I'm not sure which trees we can get, but we'll try to get as many as we can. All right, I'm gonna put you on the TV. Just want to check in. Well, thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate you. Hope you're feeling better. Well, it's good that you're feeling better than you feel yesterday, even if it isn't 100% the way you want to feel or should feel. But let's see. Do we own? We should. I think we. Yeah. We own this part. Correct. Correct. Okay, so we own from the pool down. Got it. Okay. So this guy, we'll just get him to driving. Beep. Let's see. You're on the TV, so I'll still be here. Thank you for your prayers. It means a lot to me. Anytime. Let's see, I'm gonna use my makeshift road that I worked on. Look at that. And then we're gonna cut right through here. Oh, I should not turn the cabin. That's a bad idea. Let me just turn this. Good. Snake my way through here. Good. Okay, just keep on snaking through. Man, first person made that easy. Okay, let's go ahead and unfold. Okay. Beep. Ooh, I haven't used this camera in a hot second. Okay. Now the problem is certain trees we're just not going to be able to latch onto because they are like not ours. Duh. But some of them, or most of them, I think we should be fine. Uh-oh. Good. Okay, that's one. That one up. Let's see, we need, what is that, about 70 bucks? $70,000? It's gonna take us a second, but that's what, roughly three trailer loads, which shouldn't take us too long because I've gotten decently fast at this process, especially since we're only going to go after the trees that are easily harvestable. All I need is about tree 50. See, now you're going to be upset when I start spamming that phrase. I'll need about tree 50. Tree 50. Let's see. Get this one. Beep. Deep. Oh, jeez. There he goes. Cut that one. Go here. And last little bit. Okay. Now we gotta start. I need to figure out exactly where our thing stops. Because we should have. Okay. All the way up to the pool. Okay. So that means we can get a lot of these trees, which should get us relatively close to the amount that we need. And then after we clear out this section, I'm just gonna not turn it into anything, but whatever we don't get, will just be we'll just leave it and just start doing the rest in contracts, and that's gonna be how we get the rest of the funds, because that's all we need, about 350. Blowy, what's the update on your trains? Have you gotten your trains in yet? Because we know they weren't going to be delivered. What was it, yesterday? Wait, was it yesterday? Was what, Friday? Yeah. Like, we knew that wasn't going to happen. That was just wishful thinking. Train showed up. Wait, so they did show up. Okay. So those were, okay. Have you messed with them yet? Have you put them together? Oh yeah, because you told me the box was like beat up to hell and back. Or no, or was that someone else I was talking to? I'm pretty sure Canada Post kicked them down. Yeah, okay, so it was you, yeah. Got most of it together. I'm actually looking forward to, about a few weeks from now, I actually get to start back working on my Legos. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking. When it comes to Legos, I have been slacking. Sweeps. Let's start one this week. I'm probably gonna start one at the, let's see, what's next week? Today is the 5th? No, 4th. Today's the 4th, right? No, today's the 3rd. So next week will be the 10th. Yeah, I can start one on the 10th. Uh-oh. Liner it. I think I can start going. Actually, I'm gonna keep going to the pool. It says we can go all the way to the pool. I'm gonna go all the way to the pool, right? Oh, and technically I can get on the other side of the pool as well. So we can go all the way up to here. We can go up a little bit towards our, what would you call that? A shed? Not a shed. Garage. Jeez, I have words for it. I just can't use words, apparently. Okay. I'm not sure what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. I think I figured it out. Logging is like working with grass and silage, except so much easier, because the process is just find a tree, grab a tree, cut a tree, repeat. Like, that's really just the entire process. And then once you get enough trees, take them and have them sold, or put them into the company, which I'm really looking forward to that, the production side of forestry, because I've never done that. Actually, I've never seen it other than, I think, Farmer Cop's video just showing them. I don't think I've ever actually like tried to start businesses, but I do know the first thing we're gonna have to buy is a sawmill. That's the first thing. We do have a lot of trees so far. I don't think enough to like fill anything up, but we do have a lot. Can we? I don't think we can attach onto that. I'm gonna try it anyway. No, we cannot attach onto that, which means we can't attach onto what's to the left. See, this is the problem. You start getting into these trees that are just non-negotiables. For example, this guy, if we can. It's gonna cause us a little bit of a headache, I think, but okay, it fell. Uh-oh. Keep it close. Uh-oh. I guess this works. Not really, but kind of does. There it goes. Much better. Much better. But yeah, we're not gonna waste our time doing the trees that can't be, what's the word? What is the word? Harvested, cut, trimmed. I really don't know the stinking word, but that's fine. Can't cut that one. What about this one? We can cut this one, so we will. Good. Go here, go down a little bit. Pick this one up, bag it up, drop it off to the right side. Start trimming. And hopefully by the time we clear this section, that's enough for at least 2 trailers. And actually, the fact that we've cut down this many in like 18 minutes, I think it's pretty darn good. Like, that's at least 30K. That's at least 30K, and we've only been going for like 20 minutes, which means we're making more money than we would have had we used a contract, which I think is really good for us. Especially since we just have these trees already here. Now, once we do get the trees, you know, planted and set on this field, on field 42, we're going to have a bit of an issue in the sense that we're going to have to wait X amount of months before the trees come to fruition. Which I'm realizing fruition and fruit share a lot of the same letters. I think you can actually, I don't know how to spell fruition. F-R-U, fruition. I don't know how to spell fruition. But I'm just gonna assume there, I know there's a F-R-U, and I'm just gonna assume there's an I-T in there. I know there's a shun, so there has to be an I-T. I just don't know how to spell fruition perfectly. Fruition. F-R-U-I, fruition. F-R-U-I-T-I-O-N? Fruition? Eh. I don't know. That's terrible. I don't know how to spell that word. Fruition. feel like that would be right, but clearly I don't. Clearly I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Remember who I told you messaged me? Yes, I remember. Holy moly, what a convo that led to. Was it a good convo or a what the heck is going on here type convo? Like, I regret picking up the phone convo. Beep. Liner it. Also, I'm realizing this is probably a really fast method of dealing with trees. Go ahead and just cut them all down to size. Do that first and then worry about delivery after the fact. Like, yes, it's going to get annoying trying to traverse all of the trees, but it's really good as far as saving time because you don't have to stop in the middle of it, load them up, go back and forth. I mean, you're going to have to do that regardless, but you know, I think this is a better method. I think we're finally catching our stride on like how to work this map. But we still have silage up and running because we're going to need the money we make from silage. We're going to need that in order to make some money in the downtime whilst the trees are growing. What am I going to buy in that downtime? I haven't the faintest clue. Couldn't tell you. Oh, but we do need to save up more money for a new facility. So that is something. Let's see. Well, we're gonna link up next week. Okay. She misses it, but that fits under the good and what the F category. The good and what the F is kind of funny. But that's good. And maybe it leads somewhere. Maybe I start going on romantic dates. Shoot. Drop that one that way. Uh-oh. Yeah, we really do have a lot of trees. Like, actually, this reminds me of a YouTube video I saw of a dude using a forest harvester where like he's cutting. Now he was putting them in like much neater piles than I'm doing, but yeah, he was like sitting in one spot and for the most part just picking them up, harvesting them like this, or not. I'm not sure if you call this harvesting, but handling them just like this, and then they were all just going in a really nice, neat pile. And he was just talking everybody through. I think it was alive, if I'm not mistaken, but he was just talking everybody through it as he's doing it, and it's really cool, really fun to watch. Very interesting. Let's see. She wants to hit it. Wait, she wants to hit it is what's happened. That's fine. That was the I'm down. Okay, fine. No questions, no comments. Any complaints? Nope, none whatsoever. Uh-oh, there we are. Gee, like this is a lot of trees. Like, I'm willing to bet we probably already have our 3 trailers right here, which is fantastic for us. But if we can get more, let's get more, you know? Now, all these stumps are going to be annoying. Well, I say going to be. No, they are annoying. But yeah, we'll just finish cutting down all of these while we're here, I guess. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt nobody. Uh-oh. There it goes. Let's see. Line it up. Lock it up. Do this. Go up. Bag it up. Spin it around. Just like that. Oh. It's like we're sheathing a sword or something. Shing. It just takes forever, and the sword could, I don't know, smack a giant along the head and kill him, possibly. I don't know. You know, now that I think about it, there's been a lot of stories that I've heard throughout my life where essentially giants are being taken down by like smaller people, which if anything, just, I mean, it almost goes to prove a point that, hey, no matter how big you are, actually no, it does prove a point that no matter how big you are, you can still get your butt whooped. Like, don't think it's fun and games. Someone can still kick your butt. Don't count out someone just because they're smaller, especially if you're untrained. Like, if you're a big guy and you're trained, okay, you stand a chance. Like, it's less likely you'll get your butt whooped, but still, don't count anybody out. But I will say, I think with how everything goes nowadays, a lot of people are untrained. I mean, I've had like I've sparred with my brothers and some few people before, and I've been in like 2 or 3 fights. I say street fights, but they're really school fights more than anything, so I guess I can't say street fights in my life, so I guess you could count those. But I mean, that's more than some people just haven't been in any. And when they finally, if they get into a fight, which I hope no one ever does, you're gonna be startled. But everybody should, I think, startled the first one at least. Let's see. No, I don't mess with the small ones. I'm stronger and bigger than you. You're a hell of a lot faster, I promise. Yeah, exactly. Plus you gotta also like think about it, like the small people, they're closer to the important organs that you're trying to protect. So like their jab, like depending on how short they are, their jab, well actually no, it doesn't even matter how short they are shorter. Therefore their jab is closer to, let's say, your ribs than your jab is to their ribs. So, or to your junk actually. Like you just, I guess the key to all this is don't mess with people, just leave people alone, just be chill. And I do understand there are situations in life where, I mean, I hate to say it, but violence is warranted. And I understand I would like to put my faith in like in the government and all this, that, and third, yeah, whatever. But there are some situations where violence is warranted and the government doesn't help you in that situation. Or even if the government tries to help you, essentially the person is getting off scot-free. Let's see, when you got 400 pounds on your chest, you're not in a good spot. Yeah, exactly. You're not in a good spot. Probably a bad idea. Let's not do it. Oh, what the heck is going on with this guy? Just lock up. There he goes. But I don't know. For example, or at least the situation that I'm thinking when I say warranted, a lot of the situations I think of where violence is warranted is if I had a kid and the kid is involved in the situation, I would say violence is warranted, because it's one of those things that if I try to stand on morals or whatever, and now my kid is scarred for life, whether it be especially if it's physically, but if it's physically or mentally, now I'm like, wow, look where my morals got me. You know, it didn't really do anything. I trusted the government, nothing really happened, you know. So sometimes violence, I think, is necessary, or even if it's not necessarily necessary, that's kind of weird statement, it's probably your best go-to in the moment. Okay, if everything could be dragged out to, like, I don't know, a week-long analysis, okay, yeah, probably wouldn't. But not every situation is gonna take, I don't know, hours to resolve itself, you know. Let's see, being the big fat dude growing up, people used to tease, saying, "You're probably gonna just sit on me, I'd be crushed." And I was always like, yeah, motherfucker, come get it. Of course I'll use my advantage. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't blame somebody. Like, if you piss somebody off, you can't get mad at them for using an advantage. You knew, or should know, going into it, what you're getting into. That's like, I don't condone anybody hitting anybody, but I especially don't condone women hitting men, for the simple fact of, at least here in the South, it's supposed to be, or I think most people kind of agree, men should not hit women. However, if you hit me first, all of that gets thrown out the window, because it's one of those things to where, especially if you're fighting for your life, or if someone's like legit trying to beat you up. And there was a case about this. The woman was like stabbing the guy, and the guy ended up living, but he had a bunch of stab wounds. And his like main talking point is like, yeah, but I never hit her. I never hit her. I'm like, dude, you almost died, and you're over here proud that you never hit her. Congratulations, but you almost died living on that moral. And the thing is, I think the whole point, or the whole idea behind the don't hit women thing, which I agree with, is that on average, the average woman is weaker than the average man, and you shouldn't hit anybody. You shouldn't try to like use your strength to beat up anybody who's necessarily weaker than you. Or let me get this way, you shouldn't just go around bullying people, okay? Oh geez, what the heck? Oh cool, we have a little, look at this, we have a little sword for our Komatsu. That's interesting. Charge. Uh-oh, I broke it. But with that being said, if the person means to or can cause me like a lot of bodily harm, sorry, a lot of what I just said is gonna get thrown out the window. It just is. I'm kind of not sorry, but if you push me to that point, that's your fault. Sorry, not even sorry. I don't know why I keep saying that. Let's see. And being a lefty, my punching arm is the opposite side people are expecting, and it always throws people. I've only fought one lefty in my life, and I'm not gonna lie, it did throw me. Yeah, it's very jarring, especially if you're not expecting it. Well, especially if you're not expecting it, of course. But I don't know. You lefties have an innate advantage just being left-handed. It's very interesting. Actually, in a lot of sports as well, like basketball, someone being lefty in basketball gives them an innate advantage just because you're not used to even playing defense against someone who's lefty. Just feels weird because their tendencies are a bit different than everybody else's. That's pretty much it, just the tendencies. But hands versus hands, I'll never attack back. We just use tools wrong all the time. But I don't think anybody should. You shouldn't start a fight, especially against someone who's weaker than you. That looks a bit messed up, whether it be a man against a man, a woman against a woman, or a man versus a woman. You shouldn't be picking a fight against someone who is obviously weaker than you. That says a lot about your character. But at the same time, if that weaker person does start a fight with me and they are trying to inflict bodily harm to me, it's out the window. Like if someone just slaps me, okay, depending, and I'm saying this and I'm trying to be honest, depending on my mood, I'm gonna punch him. If it's a dude, okay, everybody knows if it's a dude versus a dude, we're fighting regardless. It doesn't matter. But if it's a woman who just slaps me, depending on my mood and how hard the slap was, depends on how I respond, whether it be a fist or or not. But I think for the most part, a woman has never hit me, and I hope that never actually happens, and I never have to actually test this theory. But I don't know. I'm never around women who are like that, who are hands-on like that, so I don't think I ever would have this issue, but I hope I never had this issue. And sometimes you just don't know. You can't prepare for everything. Let's see my last comment. I was a bouncer, been hit by so many. Oh yeah, you do, dude. You as a bouncer is crazy. Whoa. Yeah, I'll never put hands on a woman. If a woman hits me, oh wait, hold up. Let me read this real quick. If a woman hits me and I can get away, I'll do that. Exactly. But if, like you said, she has a knife or a weapon to end my life, yeah, it's game on. It's game on at that point. Yeah, like I'm not even treating you as if you're a human. I'm treating you as if you're death, and I don't want to die. I was bouncer, been hit by so many. Yeah, and that's the weird part about bouncers. Bouncers should really, I'm not sure how much you guys get paid, but I feel like bouncers should get paid a decent amount, because drunk people are a different breed. Like the stuff that that goes through drunk people's heads, if it goes through at all. It's just fascinating. And so many of them, like, there are some who are like violent drunks in the sense that they always like are very handsy. They like bumping. They like, I've only been to a club once, and you see like every type when you're in there, but I don't think I would ever go back to a club. One, I'm not a big dancer. Two, the music is like deafeningly loud. That's a weird word. Deafeningly. DEAFENINGLY. Deafeningly loud. Is that a word? It feels like it's a word. I just spelled it as if it was a word, or at least that's how I saw it in my head. Every BF we removed had a mad girlfriend. You can tell your boyfriend not to drink so much. Clearly he can't hold it. Like, he can hold it down, but he can't, maintain control of his emotions. It's all how you handle the situation. I was a manager or security. Some bouncers love fighting. You don't want those ones. I feel like those ones try to like escalate the situations, and it never goes well. Not for anybody. Not for the bouncer. Even if it does go well for the bouncer, it doesn't go well for the person who started it. And as a company owner, I don't think it would go well for them either, because now it's causing issues. Let's see. So you don't want those ones. I liked hiring the softies. We're not there to get into fights with people. I didn't want to hire fighters. A lot of abuse to waitresses, so we had to pull a lot of people for that. The weird, this is gonna sound kind of dumb, I guess, but if there's one set of people I was always taught never to be rude to, it was kitchen staff. Whether it be, well, I guess waiters and waitresses aren't necessarily kitchen staff, but restaurant staff, I guess is a better way of saying it. If you were a waiter, a waitress, if you worked in the kitchen, heck, if you were just bringing the food out, if you were a busboy, you don't be mean to those people. For the ultimate reason, they handle your food, you idiot. They can do whatever they want. If they really just had a bad day and just want to take out as many people as they want, they can poison your food right then and there, and you're done. Let's see. Like, on top of the why be a prick? But uh-oh, that one kind of got stuck. There it goes. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? It was an Irish pub I worked for. One night I was the owner standing on the patio. Someone jumped the fence in front. That's genius. That's genius. I guess they didn't know you were the owner. Had a stamp, was in the bar but didn't come in the door. I told him to leave and come in the door, and he asked to walk around. Owner told me to take him out. How he came in. I tossed him back over the fence. I was with the owner. I didn't own. Oh, I read that wrong. Did I read that wrong? Yeah, you said I was with the owner. Yep, see, reading's hard. Reading's hard. But actually, I kind of agree with your owner on that situation. I wouldn't do it all the time, but I kind of agree. It's one of those things, it's kind of disrespectful how some people, when they're out and about in the world, they treat establishments different than how they would treat their homes. And even if you treat your home that way, treat other people's stuff nicer than that. And what I mean by that is, like, you'll see people who are, let's say, out and about, they put their feet up on furniture, or they put their feet up on tables and stuff. I was always told not to do that because your feet are dirty, in the sense that you don't know what you could have stepped in, and you're dragging it and putting it on the table where people have to put their hands and work and everything. And I just, was taught that was disrespectful. Or standing up in seats and things of that nature. Again, you're putting your feet where people have to sit down, and no one wants to sit in that. Like, what if you stepped in dog doo-doo and now someone's having to sit in dog S-word just because that rhymes? Yeah, don't do that crap when you're out. Yeah. Plus, it also just makes you look, what's the word? I guess I could say unbecoming. That's a nice way of saying it. I think looking like a prick is more of the word, but I don't think I don't think some people do it intentionally to be rude. They're just not being considerate of other people's like belongings. And a company, whether people want to believe it or not, is a belonging. It belongs to the owner. Hence the owner. They own it. Can we pick this one up? Pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Oof. Let's move over here to the bigger trees. There's a lot of rocks over here. Good thing we're not trying to expand the tree forest. Uh-oh. Thought we would have picked up more than that, but I guess not. Let's see. Common sense and respect for the people around you isn't so common anymore. Yeah, common sense is not common anymore. Like, and the weird part is that sentence alone started to be a common sentence when I was growing up, and my parents would say common sense isn't common anymore. And I kind of agree, especially as I've gotten older. I can see more of it, and common sense really is not common. So I'll put my feet up on my table, and because of that, I don't care if anyone else does. And see, and that's fine. Let's see, one of the reasons I got it was how perfect the height was. Your parents, you well, I can really tell. Oh, raised me well. Really tell by the way. Well, thank you. And here's the thing, I don't mind people putting their feet up on tables. That's fine. I think in my head, the one that I'm really thinking about that pisses me off, well, I would say pisses me off, but I find it very disgusting, when people put their feet up on the tables at restaurants. And I've seen that before, and it kind of, I don't want to say freaks me out, but it's just like, ew. Like, people are eating here. Like, if you're doing it at like a library or something, that's fine. But like in a restaurant, I really, and the only reason I think I bring that up is because I've seen it happen a few times. And I'm happy that you're comfortable here, but I don't think anybody wants to eat at a table that someone's put their foot on. And I'm gonna be honest, even after I see someone disinfect and clean the area, I probably still don't want to eat there, you know. But let's get as much as we can. Jeez, we have a lot of logs. Oh, I don't think we ever carry everything. Yeah, we're not. Can I? Oh, we got it. You can actually get locked on to the last one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this one over there. What's the fastest way to get there? Oh, we can just go straight and right. Straight right left, got it. Straight right left, straight right left, straight right left, straight right left. As soon as we get to this road, I'm just gonna cut through here. Oh, nice little cut here. Uh-oh. Just come on, get up the hill. Get up the hill. I can, come on. Okay. Oh god, no. I had a buddy when iPhones first came out. He used to blare music on his phone at the table. I don't like that at Wendy's and McDonald's and stuff. I hated it. Like, yeah, bro, I know you like music. We don't all want to hear it. And turn. And oh geez, I can't. Oh geez. Okay, reading and driving. And he would take his work boots off, which I get, but it's like, homie, your feet stink like mine. I don't want to smell that. That's another thing. People taking their shoes off in public, I always thought was weird. The only time I would be like, I would give like people a pass on the whole footwear off in public is if people were wearing slides or sandals of some sort. You can take your footwear off and like leave it on the ground. Still do not put your feet up on the table. That's my whole thing. Like, if you want to take your shoes off and not your shoes, if you want to take your slides and sandals off, okay, just don't touch anything with your bare foot. That's weird, first of all. Also, if I'm barefoot, I wouldn't want to touch anything with my bare feet. Not out in public. I just don't trust the public. Sorry. Let's see. Which I get. How many feet stick it past mine? I am Birkenstocks from March to November. F shit. See, I don't put my bare feet up. I don't want people seeing my dirty Jesus shoe feet. That's another thing. I don't want people seeing my feet. Even, well, first of all, my feet are not pretty. They're just not. And I kind of don't care because I treat my feet as if they're like connections to the ground for me. So even like when I'm weightlifting, when I'm running, when I'm playing sports, like I like my feet. Even like the callus that's built up on like the heels of my feet. No, like I know I could go somewhere and they could like use a pumice stone or something, but no, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with my feet being rough, you know. I don't mind. Also because I don't plan on showing people my feet. I think the only time I will like openly show people my feet is when I'm swimming, like I'm at the beach or a swimming pool or something. That's because everybody has their feet out, so I don't feel as, I guess, self-conscious about it. I don't think self-conscious is the word, but I guess that's close enough to the word, I guess, that I could use. I use my palm sander to get those rough calluses off, just so they're fresh. Do it once a month or so. I don't have a palm sander. Do I? I need to think about that. I don't think I do. 2 minutes with the sander makes your feet so slick. Now you sound like a commercial. You sound like an advertisement on this video or something. Are your feet callous and hard like rocks? Try this palm sander. By, I don't know who makes palm sanders. Let's see. Reminder, stay hydrated. Yeah, where's my water? Milwaukee palm sander costs like $60. That's not bad, actually. Dude, isn't it, okay. Tell me if this is weird or not. The other day, I went into, okay, let me preface this whole conversation. I've never been in an Ace Hardware store. I've seen plenty of them, but I've mostly gone into like Lowe's or Home Depot. I've never been to an Ace. So the other day, I've even been in a Harbor Freights. The other day, I went into an Ace Hardware store with no intention to buy anything. And I just walked around and just ogled at tools for like 30 or 45 minutes, just staring like, dude, that's cool. Ooh, when I get my toolbox, I'm gonna get this. Like I just stared. I pretty much window shopped, except there wasn't a window, but I pretty much just browsed and window shopped a bunch of tools in an Ace Hardware store for 30 or 45 minutes. Like I felt like when I walked out and got in my car, I was like, that was so stupid. And they're probably looking at me like, what the heck? Because in the worst part is they ask, they're very helpful, and they're like, hey, can we help you with anything? I'm like, no, I'm just looking. But I walked around the entire store, so like they're probably thinking like, what the heck was the dude even looking for? And the answer, I have no clue. I was just looking. Best bro, sand your house, sand your bed, sand your feet. Oh, dude, that could be a slogan. Sell that to Milwaukee today. Sand your house, sand your bed, sand your feet. Milwaukee palm sander. Let's see. I do that too. See, being in Canada, I just tell them, yo, I'm blazed and cruising the aisles. They're like, dope, dude. Go have fun. Just get it. But that's the thing. I feel like in America, everybody's so like pressured to make a sale to be like, well, actually, I wouldn't say pressured. A lot of these employees, it's just ingrained into them to be helpful, and sometimes they're just bored and they would like to help. But I'm just like, nah, I'm just here. Like, especially at hardware stores, I think almost everybody is like, hey, 90, maybe not 90, but a huge percent of people who walk in this store need help to some degree. Unless you're like a contractor or something, most of them are going to need some sort of help. And so, you know, they're probably used to just asking people if they need help or whatnot. But no, I was just in there just having fun, just chilling. Had no reason really to be in there, but I was just chilling, just having fun. Almost like walking into a GameStop and not buying any video games. Do they have GameStops in Canada? Or is that just an American thing? Let's see. I get in there, bud. not when I'm cruising high, but when I'm looking to do something, I'm asking who knows the most, finding them, make them be a part of my whole project. And we did this. They all closed out, I'm sure. Dude, we still have GameStops here, but I'm waiting for them to close down. I thought they were going to close down around COVID times. Not because COVID necessarily would kill GameStop, but because GameStop was already dying before before COVID. And then COVID happened, and I felt like it was even more of the reason, you know, if that makes any sense. Because a lot of game developers, or pretty much every game developer, is now making their games accessible and like ready to download through the game stores, whether it be PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. Like, all the games and things are able to be downloaded online. Well, if that's the case, what's the purpose of getting the full disc? Especially since some of the disc, which this is dumb, or at least I think it's dumb. I haven't owned a console in a while, so I don't fully understand, but this seems dumb to me. You go to the store to buy the game just to come back and still have to download a bunch of stuff once you plug the game in. It's almost like the game is treated as almost like G2A, like a CD key. It's treated like a CD key that unlocks the access or the legal rights for you to actually download the rest of the game. Which is kind of funny, because it's like, if you're still going to download the game, then what's the point? Now, I do know like some of the stuff is on the disc, which does, you know, minimize how much you have to download. But games like Call of Duty, no. Like, you come out better just buying it online. Oh, change it to this one. Just because every single year they just add more and more stuff to it, and then when they do the updates, it's almost like there's nothing on the disc. They're just putting out, like, I don't know, weirdness. These are my weird theories, but I do believe GameStop, and plus GameStop has been ripping people off for the longest. Everybody's like was semi complacent with it, but Lord, they just rip people off. Like, you know, it's almost like a car dealership. You know, when you go to trade in a game at GameStop, you are not going to get anywhere near the full value for that game when you go to turn it in, because essentially they're going to sell it and they're trying to make their money too. Which, hey, I understand. We're fair. Like I understand. I get it. But geez Louise, like, I could trade in a game, and the game used is like worth, let's say, $45. They'll give me maybe 25 and then turn around and put it on the shelf for that 45 or something like that. And it's like, what the heck? Okay, how much did we make? Oh, we made 40 something last time. Oh, perfect. We're making a lot of money. So I was right. So we're gonna have enough money to get the stuff we need this stream, and we could go ahead and actually plant the trees. Which means, actually, no, we're probably going to plant the trees, which means I need to start doing research on which tree is the best. Or nah, I'll probably wait and do that next stream. Maybe, I don't know. The problem is, I remember there was a video, I think Farmer Cop did it, and for each tree, there's like a certain, just like a crop, there's an age to maturity, or to maturity, however you say that. There's like a particular age to where the tree will stop getting taller, and that takes like X amount of months. And for each tree, it's different. The amount of months it takes before the tree just stops growing. And then on top of that, so there's a time component for each tree, but then on top of that, there's the length component, where certain trees are going to grow taller than other trees. And then the third component, the price that you can get per, let's say, meter for each type of tree. So I guess we'll just call that value. So you have the time component, you have the length component, and then you have the value component for each tree, which is just something to consider. And I think Farmer Cop, I'm not sure if he broke his video down like that, but I think I'm almost positive he did the age of maturity and the length. I'm not sure if he did the value per meter, but I don't know. All I know is that we got to make some money, okay? We got to make some money, and these trees are making us a boatload. Let's see, it's about 55 minutes since stream started. If I sell this, let's see how much. We started with about 30K. We now are at 107. We've made about $70,000 in an hour just from trees. Just from trees. That's insane. 70,000 in an hour. That's great. Like time management and stuff. I think that's great. 70,000 per hour. Now the thing is, we don't have enough trees to continue going, you know, at that rate. But actually, it's 55. If I pick up the rest of these trees and drop them off, that we can actually, I'll include the rest of these trees in that total as well, and we'll just count that. And also imagine if we didn't have to like maneuver through, you know, forest and stuff like this big tree here. If we didn't have to maneuver around, that would make life a little bit easier. Oh, let's see if we can pick up this one here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna allow me to pick it up. Oh, it did. I stand corrected. We're probably gonna get stuck on this. Oh, nope, I'm just gonna go around it because, yes, don't know why, just because. Beep, beep, turn this off, switch sides, go here, hit this one. Oh, darn, that's not a good sign. Okay, easy fix. Well, not an easy fix, but a fix, and that's all we need is a fix, right? So go here, pick this up. This will do this. I'm going to spin through here. Okay. I'm going to circle back. First things first, I'm going to pick up this one right here. Okay. We're then going to go here. And then just pull up along. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Pull alongside these like this. And then beep, beep, beep. Just like so. Like a glove. Like a glove, baby. Whoop-de-whoop. Okay. Spin it back around. Man, playing this game with the wheel is oh my god, it's amazing. I think I'm gonna play American Truck Simulator on my own time. Actually, I played ooh, darn it. Shoot. And that causes a big problem because the game will not pick it up now that it's on the ground. Oh, wait, it did. Okay, it didn't. Okay, jeez. Okay, I didn't think of it. Okay. Apparently if it falls out, it's still picking up. Okay. Is that all of the trees? I think it is. Is that all of them? I think that is all of them. Just drive around, just do a quick double check, quick glance. So we made 70,000 plus whatever this is within an hour. Plus I did start the stream earlier, so the time that it's saying when it says like we're at 58 isn't 100% true. Well, yes, I've been streaming for 58, but I haven't been playing the game for 58. So we can add this to the total and I won't feel ashamed. So we can add, darn it. We can add, darn it, okay. Yeah, we kind of need that running speed. All right, what are we stuck on? This tree? Okay, hold up. I can fix this. Go here. Go forward. Okay, I need to go here. Okay. Go forward. Just like that. Look at that. Booyah. Oh, wait. Shoot. And just go this way. Okay, nope. Go this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, am I still stuck on the tree? I'm not still stuck on the tree, which makes my life just a smidge easier. Now I can get stuck on a rock. A rock lobster. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this. No, of course that doesn't work. Let's see, what if I drop this? Will that roll the weight some way? No, of course it does not. Dude, are we not touching the ground? Really? Okay. Well, let's hop out. Okay. Hop back in it. And we're just gonna keep on going. Okay. Go back to first person. Back to first person so I can see. All set. I forgot what I was talking about before I got stuck. But this is gonna be a lot of money for us, which is good. Very, very good. Turn. Fantastic. Turn. Just like so. Go down through here. Down by the bayou. Down by the... What's up, Psycho? How do you do? What do you do on this fine Saturday Eve? Well, I guess it wouldn't be Saturday Eve. Saturday afternoon, I guess. Okay. So, within the span... Well, let's just actually calculate it. So now we are at 117. So we made $80,000. Well, more than $80,000 within 1 hour. We'll say 84. I'm not sure how much we started with, but we'll say 84. Pouring rain. Yeah, it's been storming here. Actually, it was storming a lot last night, and then while we were eating, I went to a funeral, and then we went to eat after, and yeah, it was storming at the place we went to eat as well. But it stopped like when okay, we were eating, it stormed, and then it stopped, which is good for us, I guess. And it hasn't been pouring down since. It's still raining, but not pouring like. But yeah, it's just raining everywhere, I guess. Damn bad about you. Damn bad. I'm gonna park this over here, right behind the big tree. But that's good. We made 80-some thousand in 1 year, or in 1 month. Well, just from cutting grass, and we still get the silage brewing too, which is perfect. I need to go put fuel in this. So before I drop this off, let's go put fuel in this. I was about to drop it off, and then we also got to buy stuff. So I might as well hold up. Here's the idea. Let me go ahead, drop this trailer off here, since I'm not gonna need it for a hot second. Or actually, I can go put it in the garage. Because the garage is right there. Let's go do that. Let's do that. Since the garage is right there. Let's see. Come on. Hop over. Oh, crap. The trees. Forgot about this. Oh, wait. No. This is a bit rampy right here, right? Look at that. Okay, I am gonna back this up just to give myself some room. Let me make sure it's as close to the wall as possible. Something like this. Okay. Turn this way. Pull forward. Just like that. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, so let's take this back. Go ahead and put some fuel in it. Shoot, swerve. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna put fuel in this, and I think I'm gonna actually start buying some of the stuff that we have on our list, so we can start planting trees. Well, okay, I can't plant trees. I can buy the stuff to plant the trees, but I can't plant the trees just yet. So let's see. Fuel is gonna be right here. I still gotta research which is the best tree. Which, let me go to here. I'll just put my phone volume on low, and then I'll go to YouTube and watch a farmer cop video. Give me 1 second. I need to figure out best tree. Best. I just heard boats in FS25. Are there boats over there? Let's see, best tree. FS25, and then okay, so oh no, it wasn't Farmer Cop. Farmer Fan did a video, and then Driver 53. I forgot. See, I keep forgetting Driver 53 also does this type of stuff. So I'm gonna watch Farmer Fan since that's the video I remember seeing, and I'm just gonna see, you know, what he says. I'm not listening to it. I'm just gonna read it, sort of, I guess. And we'll go from there. But there are some things I can buy while we're here. I need to buy a stump cutter, or stump cutter. I also need to buy this thing as well, so I can go ahead and buy both of these, even if I don't have the things to put in these. So buy that one, and then we need the stump cutter. This here to get rid of the stumps, and I guess we can go ahead and start grinding the stumps down. We have a lot of stumps all over the map. Okay, but I need to see, can I just attach this to the back? I don't think I can attach any of these to the back, but we'll see. If I can, we can. I doubt it though. Nah. Okay, so let me go get my tractor, and then we'll drive both of these back. Let's see. Info display extension. Gives you the age, everything like that. Yeah, I know. Hold up. Let me just. Oh, wait. Rankings. Okay. Oh, no. This is by growth speed. Okay. 10 years. Oh, God. There's a tree that takes 10 years to grow. Cherry tree, beech American elm, downy serviceberry. Okay, so the tree that takes the least amount of time are going to be apple tree and oak. But the thing is, I need trees that can be harvested. I guess that's the main concern. Here, actually, hold on, I can check that real quick, actually. If I go to construction and we go down to here, should be, oh no, that's decorations. There should be a section for trees, right? Okay. So we have old aspen. Aspen looks like it can be cut. Beech looks like it can be cut. You have lodgepole pine, Scotch pine. Oh wow, that's a chunky boy right there. The Manchurian red pine. That's okay. Well, I know this one. I know Scotch and lodgepole can be handled, and that's fine. This one, no. Shagback hickory. That's just a funny word. Old oak. Okay, so that's a no. Okay, so the pines, well, this pine looks a bit beefy, but for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna say the Manchurian pine, not so much, but for the most part, all the pines can be. And is there a way to, if I go to the, no, if I go to the, no, not what I meant. If I go here, go to saplings, go to tree saplings, since it makes you pick. You have spruce, no, okay, we're not doing American elm, we're not doing, I don't remember aspen. There's beech, Betulia armani, box elder, cherry tree, Chinese elm, downy serviceberry, golden rain, Japanese zelkova, the bane of my existence. Lodgepole pine. I think that's probably the one we're gonna do. The northern catalpa, Scotch pine, Manchurian red pine, oak. We're definitely not doing oak. Shag bark, not shagback. Shag bark hickory. The Tilia amarinus. I don't know. I butchered that one. Apple tree, giant sequoia. Oh my gosh, these things are massive. Let's see. The ponderosa pine. I don't. Pagoda dogwood. I hate pagoda dogwood. At least on this map, that's where I saw that. I still hate the zelkova even more, because the zelkovas are just so freaking huge. You have to pretty much dissect the tree in order to get it to work, because it's not, you can't, there's not a harvester for it, there's not a tree harvester for it, and there isn't a wood chipper big enough to break that thing down, so you have to chop it down yourself. I like how there's just normal pine as well, which is interesting. I didn't know that. So there's a lot of pine. So there's lodgepole pine, there's lodgepole pine, there's where am I gonna put this guy? I guess I can put them on the second floor or the top floor. It doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna try to put them on the second floor here and see if we can. It may work, it may not. So far, so good. We need to put it closer to here only because for our tractor to get out, we're gonna have to go, you know, a little bit to the right. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit and then we're gonna just turn the wheel all the way. Let me get it first person real quick. Okay, we just gotta make sure we're clearing everything. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Good. Okay, so we're through. So let's go pick that stuff up. If I can, I would like to watch the video at the same time to figure out which ones work. I might just go with whatever their final verdict is between the two videos and we'll just stick there. Let's see. See which tree is the most profitable. Did he rank them or is he just gonna say it? Oh, choose profitable lengths. Okay, 6 meters seems to be, oh, between the pines. Okay, so it's interesting. There is a different value for each, but it seems like 9 meters gets us the most. It seems like 9 meters gets us the most money, at least from his video. And he does both lodgepole and scotch in his when he tested the lengths. Let's see. However, oh, okay, so I see what he's doing. If you go the value per meter, so he did do value per meter, so that's interesting. 9 meters gets you the most amount of money per sections of wood, but if you're trying to do the amount per meter, it seems like 6 meters on average is going to be your best. So 6 meters is what we're going to start doing on our harvester. Can I go to my guy? We're going to go ahead and change him to 6 just so we have that set for future reference, which is good for us. Bring him on for lumberjacks. Wood chips, yeah, wood chips do make money, but we can't use wood chips. Is it worth buying the trees? It is, depending. Comparison animal crops. How to add wood to a factory efficiently. Okay, so now let me figure out which tree grows the fastest. Let's see, Scotch pine takes 10 years, which is insane. Where's lodgepole on this one? Lodgepole takes 3 years and 4 months. So lodgepole pine is where we're gonna go. Lodgepole pine at 6 meters is the one that we're gonna do. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. We figured out our system, we figured out what we're gonna do. Lodgepole, 6 months. We actually should probably watch the other video to see if he comes to the same conclusion. So I guess I could, gotta use the community to your advantage. The community. The door. Okay, I forgot how the meme went. The door is all that was and all that will be. The door. Is this even the right way to pick this up? Oh. You know the mistake that I just made? Oh, I'm so goofy. Hold up. No, we're gonna fix this. Here's how we're gonna fix this. I forgot I put on the excavator thing. I forgot that this thing has 2 different attachments to it. So I'm just gonna drop that there. We're gonna go in here and customize. Wait. What? Am I missing something? Hold up. I'm missing something. What? No. What? I thought... Wait, so why did I even get this? I didn't even need this one? Okay. if we were to sell this for 63,112. Okay, 63,112. How much did the original cost? 63,112. 63,112. So we need 4,388. 4,388. 4,388. Give myself 4,388. Because if we did 60, no, we did 83,112 or something like that. Yeah, I think that's right amount. Hopefully I did my math correctly. There's a chance that I didn't. There's a great chance that I didn't, but it's fine. Oh, let me turn off super strength. I forgot that that thing that we just saw is only for an excavator, which sucks because if I check combinations, yeah, forgot. This is the thing we needed. So actually we save some money, which is good. We can use that to buy the stuff that we need, so that's good. So I guess we could just go ahead and buy the tree saplings since we know what we're going to use. Now the question is, which one fills the thing? Oh no. Okay, hold up. If I go here and I do combinations, I see, I almost chose the wrong one. So the other one must be for the one that does 240. I see. I see. Okay. Okay, I get it. So go here, combinations. I want to do tree saplings. We could also do poplar in the meantime. I've never done poplar, and so I don't fully know. I mean, we could. Poplar would be a decent change of pace to grass, except I don't know how poplar works. I don't even know if it's super worth it. I don't see it on the list. Hey, look, a pepper grinder. Where is poplar? I thought this was alphabetical. Huh? Okay, that's, I don't see poplar on here at all. That's weird. Okay, hold up. If I go here and we scroll all the way to the bottom, where, okay, so it just has wood, but poplar, I guess because it's, okay, poplar would be turned into wood chips, right? And if we were to do poplar, how can you bale? I saw wood chip bales as a thing. Is it possible to bale wood chips? Straw grass, bio baler are used to press poplar into bales. Fascinating. I'm gonna have to look that up because that might end up being something we might consider doing. Also, the fact that you can put sugar beet cut into this Vario is also very interesting. Is that TMR as well? That's interesting. Okay, so that's gonna throw maybe not a wrench in some things, but that's definitely gonna give us some stuff to think about. Oh, we still haven't bought the, okay, consumables. Oh wait, no, dag nabbit. Okay, go here, here. We need lodgepole pine. Now the interesting part is that they have just regular pine here, but I find it interesting that I did not even select this as an option to be cut, which is weird. Was that, let's see, looking, okay, Scotch pine takes 10 years, aspen, Zelkova, beech, American. Okay, lodgepole takes 3 years, 4 months, but I don't see anything listed about just regular pine, which is interesting. Which means it must take longer. Okay, because he only listed the top 18. Or maybe this was all he had at the time. I don't know. But we need lodgepole pine. So I want to buy one of these. Well, actually, I want to buy a bunch, so. Since they're only worth 1,000, I can just buy a bunch of these. Delivery space blocked. Oh, why does it place them like that? Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, let's drop this. I don't think we're gonna be able to put it on the front, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Because if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. Can we put this on the front? Yes, we can. Cool. I guess it makes sense, I guess. So you don't have to back up to everything. And then, can I zoom out just a little bit? There we go. And then just go here. Oop. Jeez, my driving, it's taking a toll. It's taking a toll. Okay. Refill. Can we, is there a way to like put more than just this on here? Is that possible? I don't think it's possible. No, so essentially we just bought all these for no reason. Good for me. I'm a freaking idiot. It's fine. Okay. So I just bought all these for literally no reason at all. It's fine. We'll just go over here and start planting, and we'll just go from there. Okay. I'm gonna leave this cutter right here for now. Actually, let me turn it on just to see how it works. I don't know how this works. Oh, I think I figured it out. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Okay, so just go here. Thought I figured it out, but I guess not. Is there a... Oh, okay, so that... Okay. So this. What does that do? Nothing? What does this do? Okay, so that controls that. There we go. Okay, so that got rid of that one. I'm just gonna test this real quick. Okay, that did good. This is actually working out very smoothly. Let's see, is this tilted? Yeah, it is. Just testing something. Easy. Okay, so this works like butter. Now, what I would like is if we could, I don't know, that gate thing in the front. If I could, I don't know, tilt that up, that would be nice. I don't know how to do that. But also, I don't know what we're even adjusting. Hold up. Apparently if I hold this, I'm adjusting something. I'm not sure if it's something inside here. It says something about a crane arm, but I'm not sure what is moving, if anything at all. And it's something to do with the custom settings. I just don't know what the heck that would be. I guess it doesn't really matter. The stump cutter's working, I think, a little bit better than it was in FS20. 22. That's good. Is that a tree stump back there that I missed? I don't think it is. Does it get rid of bushes? It shouldn't. It shouldn't get rid of bushes. Yeah, that's good. Okay, with that, let me go ahead and detach that piece. We'll just go ahead and start working on trees, I guess. I guess we'll try to get as much space as we can, so we'll just... kind of nervous about this, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so it has a set speed. Okay. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And I guess that's kind of nice that it spaces them out like this. And I guess if I want to, I can go back and place them in between each other. Or I guess I could stagger them from side to side as well. That's something that I can do. So like the next row that I start, I can just... I know it's going to be redundant, but stagger it. Which is good for me. Also, we're going to put some fuel in this one, or nah, I'm going to put fuel in it later. Right now, I'm just going to focus on getting all the trees that I have just set up and going. This works out very, very well. I'm not sure why, but I'm almost positive we should be able to use the other set of trees for this, but because I'm almost positive in the other version, in on our other save, we just used the bigger version. This is nicer because it sort of spreads them out, or we don't have as many. Let me go ahead and just lift this up. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can use a 240 meter, not 240 meter, 240 version and still get it to work, so we don't have to keep driving back over here a million times. Plus, we save more money. The fact that the 241 only costs 7,000, you know, versus this. Because now we'll have to keep stopping in between, but this is fine. This way we'll have trees up and going. And we have more than enough trees for now, which is good. So I'll probably still go back and buy the 241 at the end of all this, but... Ooh, cool. Let me just follow my tracks. Just follow the tracks. Okay, where does it end at? Okay, right around here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go the same distance. I'm gonna try to keep the pattern going roughly the same. So I'm gonna go right about here. Good. Just gonna keep going till we reach the end over here, and then we'll turn around and just go back. Okay. And I'm gonna try to keep the rows like close to each other, even if I guess I could overlap them if I wanted to, like go back and put a tree in between each one. I'm not sure how that would do as far as I guess messing with the harvest of the trees and things, so I guess instead I'll just put them close this direction, but I'm gonna try to stagger them. So I'm gonna put this one start like sort of in the middle of them. Oh, it didn't. Okay, that's interesting. So it did not plant it despite me being right there in the middle of it, which is okay. So that's interesting. So there is a distance. Okay, let me just move it over a little bit. Still, I'm going to try to stagger them. So we're going to try to put it something like right about here. Interesting. Okay. Well, it planted it. For some reason, it's planting them around the same area. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't want to stagger it. Oh, wait. Well, no, I don't know. As long as it works, I guess nobody really cares, right? And actually, this does give me a good little, just follow the tracks, and this does give me a nice little section with which to stay accurate with. So as long as I'm just following those tracks, we're going to be able to place all the trees down roughly equidistant as far as staying like row with row and whatnot. So that's kind of good. Helps me out a little bit. Yeah, okay. That works. So that's what we're going to do. And so far that's 40 trees right there, which should be a massive amount of trees, because 40, like 40, I don't even think did we cut down 40 trees so far? Like, I don't know. Either way, with this amount of trees, we're going to have a huge section of trees. And I'm just going to go ahead and just plant as many as possible. The thought process behind that being, yes, I could stagger the months and say like, hey, these are ready to be cut now, these still have more time, you know, so on and so forth. But the problem with doing that is that I have to be careful and watch and make sure each tree is ready for harvest when it's ready to harvest, which means I have to go back and use my spray paint, you know, and just sort of keep track of, hey, these trees go, these trees don't, these trees go, these trees don't. But if I go ahead and just put it up there and just say, yes, all these trees ready to go, and so I can just cut down as many as I want whenever I want, and it works fine. It's good, you know. I don't really have to think much about it. I can just go. So as long as that's the case, we're good, right? But this works. This works. I don't want to say phenomenally, but it works good enough to get us to where we need to go. I need to stay close. Okay, so that's 2 rows, and that's about 50 trees. Okay, so we're gonna try to do the same thing. We're gonna try to go here, stay close, and then just repeat the pattern once again. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of interesting when it does start to place them. So it seems like us being like, I don't know, mathematical geniuses of when it's going to actually plant, that's kind of out of the way, out of the car. It's not really a thing, which is fine. I do want to see if the other box works for us. Problem is, if I buy it, I don't know where to sell it, if that's the case. But I would say for now, we're doing a fantastic job. Put down this last little tree. Okay, go here, save, just, you know, because this is good. We're gonna have a huge amount of trees. So that's what, 60 trees so far? Still got a lot more to go. Still got a lot more to go. But yeah, next time I'll make sure just to buy the 241 and see if I can put it on here. I also wonder if we buy the 241, will that affect the growth rate? And I'm almost positive about the 241 because I remember us doing this on the Asian map and we didn't have a problem. We didn't have a problem doing the thing. We didn't have a problem. We didn't have to do this one. We didn't have to do it this way, if I remember correctly. So yeah. But yeah, let me see this rates. Which way are we going? We started going back in this direction. So we'll just keep on going. Just keep on going. Just see where it stops. Right about here. And the crazy part is this field is going to be able to hold so many trees. And the fact that we got about, how much did I say? I already forgot the number. We were able to get about $80,000 within an hour just from cutting trees. And the fact that all of these trees are the same, they're in more of a row type system that we planted, so when we go back to harvest it, we sort of know the pattern. I feel like that's gonna make life a little bit easier. And place, okay. And then we'll go here. Shoot, hit a hole because that is like me. And then we'll turn. We'll try to stagger this one again. We'll try. I don't know if it'll work, but I think we got it. I think we got it. No, we did not. Okay, I don't know. It just sort of plants when it wants to, but it's fine. As long as we're planting them relatively close. This does give us a good walking distance in between the trees, so that's kind of neat. I don't know how that's going to help us per se, but it does grant us that. Okay. Let's go get the rest of these. We also need to buy like a miniature storage shed, or we need some storage shed of some sort. Just so that we can store stuff like the seeds that are over there and whatnot. I'm not sure which ones are going to be better. Need to figure that out. Wait, how many more of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus this one, 7. Oh, wow. 140 trees are left? That's insane. The sheer number of trees we're going to have. And I can keep going. That's the funny part. Like, I can still buy 240 more trees and then just keep going, keep planting. And we could fill up this entire, because at this rate, we are not going to fill up this entire area. We are on the 1, 2, 3, maybe 4th row, I think. Yeah, we're on the 4th row. And we're about, well, we're about 4 boxes in, so I guess that's roughly on pace, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is either our 3rd or 4th box. I can't really remember. Maybe even our 5th. Really don't remember. But this is good. Just plant the trees. And I do know we could do that investment strategy where you just go ahead and plant them where they're already grown and cut them. And that is a good strategy, because if you do so, they're already ready to go in that moment. You can go ahead and cut them, go ahead and make money. Now, it doesn't maximize your profit, but it does maximize the amount of money you can make in a year. And the reason being is because you can just plant them that quick. You don't have to waste time, you know, doing it this way. You can just digitally insert the trees and then just go through and cut them down there. And so as long as you have the money, like, you're not going to ever be able to plant as many trees fully grown as you can that are saplings. But the main benefit you get from planting them while they're fully grown is a time component. You don't have to wait multiple years for these trees to grow to a massive size. Heck, actually, I might as well sell this equipment, but it's too late. I already have it, so I'm not gonna sell it. But essentially, even the tree cutter, this stuff we're not gonna use very often, if at all. It's one of those things that you really can't use it until it's time to harvest the trees, which, like I just said, we're gonna have to spend years, you know, we're gonna have to spend years before we can actually harvest this stuff, which I'm okay with. It's just that's going to take time. And so because of that, we could just sell this and then rebuy it, sell it and rebuy it, blah blah blah. But since we already bought it, I'm not gonna waste my time redoing that, so we're just gonna leave it like this. And yeah, let's see what else. Plus another thing, massive amount of money. Should, which I might do it, swing. When it is time to harvest these trees, if we spend time just like cutting down all the trees, delivering all of them, you know, this, that, and the third, we're gonna have a massive amount of money. Now, one thing that I will say that will probably cause an issue is going to be as far as using tree and wood for production use. Okay, we're definitely going to have to do the whole 240 tree trick, and we're definitely going to have to have sections. And so this might be something I consider after we finish planting all of these trees. This is going to be on the front section. These are going to be the trees that are growing now, currently, can't worry about it, blah blah blah. But I could go ahead and just like plant a few trees every 6 months or so, or I don't think 20 trees is going to be enough. It might be. I don't think it will be, but it might be. Because we're gonna need to have a steady. That is one thing I think with the forestry industry, the timber industry, that's gonna cause a new sort of skill, is that you have to know that, hey, every blank months you should probably be planting more trees, so that way when that cycle comes around, hey, here are some more trees, they're ready to go ahead and cut these down so you have some money. That's just going to be something else to worry about. So instead of, which I'm the benefit to having grass in that field is because of this, we can just fast forward a massive amount and we don't have to worry about anything. Like, we can just fast forward a huge amount until it's time for these trees to grow, which means the 50-something thousand that I have left, or if I need to get more, we'll probably go ahead and buy a generator of some sort. Because with a generator, we can make money even when we fast forward, which seems to be the case that we're gonna have to do. Now, we may not have to make a crap ton of money, no, but we will need to make some money. So I think I'm gonna save up for a solar panel, since for the most part it's sunny all the time. I think I've seen it rain once on this map. So that is what I'm gonna try to do, try to get set up. The ultimate test of, are these things fake? Yes, they are. Oh, got it. Look at that, look at that. Just drive by. We stole your saplings. We stole your saplings. But this is good. It's gonna be a lot of trees. A lot of trees. I don't mind. That's good for me. Let's see, plant all these saplings. Then what? Oh no, our tracks are disappearing as we get close to them. I'm just putting them right back, but I just need to see where it stops. Looks like somewhere up here. But hopefully these trees will grow to be nice and big. We won't have any issues whatsoever. I'm just gonna keep going back, and that's the thing. I don't think we're probably about half this field already. Which the crazy part is we still have room because we can go in between them and plant them that way. So that's something I can do. But this is good. This is good for us. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim. Make sure I finish these. And also next time I'm also going to make sure I grab the box of 240 versus this. Actually, once I finish, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a box, and we're just gonna go ahead and load it in this. I'm not gonna plant them, but I do want to have them just, you know, there. Hello, Kale. Let's see. What does WSP mean? What's up? No, that can't be right. WSP. What? Who? Nope. I don't know what WSP means. But how are you doing, Kale? You're doing well. So it is what's up. Okay, cool. My brain defaulted to what's up, but I was like, maybe that's wrong. But right now, we may. Okay, so just to give you a rundown on everything. Got it. Ah, darn nabbit. Oh, cool. That's just skill. I don't know what else to say there. That's just skill. To give you an update on everything we did on this one. Let's see. Well, first of all, we finished our parking deck. I guess I can drive by so you can see it. Let me go over here. Give you a quick tour. We do have some stuff up there on the hill, like our log cabin and everything, but this is the about 95% of our farm down here. So we have grass silage that we're working on, letting that do its thing. I built this parking deck using a moldable brick setup thing, and so we built that to store some stuff. Let me go down through here, and we can actually drive through back there. But cutting over to this other field that I bought, we are currently planting a bunch of trees so we can start a little, what is it, husbandry? Not husbandry. Is it husbandry? I don't know the word. What's the word for a tree farm? I don't really know what it is. But we plan to turn, well, not turn this in. Okay, let me explain this. My brain is malfunctioning. We want to plant as many trees as possible in this section, so that way when it is time to harvest, we can just harvest a crap ton of trees. The thing is, we are not going to have enough to take up this entire area. So what I'm going to do is all the trees that I've purchased so far, we're going to make sure we plant all of them, get them all, down. And then I'm going to pre-purchase some trees. I'm not going to plant them yet, but just to have, so that way for later I can go ahead and start planting them, I guess is a way to say it. But plant, okay, there it goes. So that way we can have two setups. The one thing that I was thinking ahead on is that these trees take months to grow, so there's time that we actually have to invest in these trees growing up, getting to a size that we want, so that way we can actually harvest them. The problem with that is we're just going to have downtime, and once they are cut, you're kind of screwed if you didn't plant more trees. So I'm going to go through, plant all the trees that we have so far, then I'm going to pre-purchase some more trees, and I think every 6 months. So if we did this in March, the next season would be October. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, September 8th. Yeah, September's the 9th month. Sorry, I thought October was 9th. That's 10th. So September would be the next month we plant trees. And the plan is so just that we have a steady, or roughly a steady flow of trees in our thing. Now, another issue that we're going to have, those months that we fast forward, we're going to be incurring some type of cost. I don't know what it is, but at some point we're going to be incurring some type of cost. I need to have a generator of some sort. By generator, I mean, if we go to the factory, I'm going to need either a greenhouse. That is perfectly acceptable. We could do greenhouses. I don't think mushrooms are really good, but we could go greenhouses of some sort. Or what was that? Oh, a sapling thing. Or we can go with one of these generators that makes money, but it's money that we don't have to worry about touching or transporting or what have you. Because the issue with this map is that this map is Silver Run, and if you go down to possible production facilities, everything is based around wood and trees, every single thing. Which means if we want to do any other production facility for, let's say, fermented food from the greenhouses, we would have to buy that factory. If we want to do soup, we would have to buy that factory. So it does become a little bit of an issue, right? But there are points on the map, let me see, where we can sell, certain things. Let's say, for example, let's say we wanted to sell strawberries. Whoa, there's a decent amount of place. There's like restaurants around town that we can sell these out, like whether it be the warehouse, the Waffle Huts, cafe, Stones. There's a debris crusher, spring onion, warehouse, markets. So there's places to sell pretty much everything. Maybe not slurry. Yeah, slurry doesn't have any place because we don't have any biogas plants. So that's something also to be aware of. So if you're trying to do slurry, or where's digestate, or manure, like I don't think that's gonna, yeah, manure's not gonna have a place. Digestate, where is it? Right here. That's not gonna have a place. Like, we don't have the biogas plant on this map. This map is pretty much everything based around wood, everything. So yes, how many people are in the server? This isn't a server, this is just a single player thing. It is, I do have this set up to do multiplayer, where me and my mod would play on this save. So yeah, there's that. But oh, let me turn this back on. Am I in the right spot? I am. But yeah, it's just me working on this one at this time. Is it planting? It's a plant. There it goes. But we get a lot done. And so typically how I've been running this channel with the help of Bloweed is I have two saves. I have this save where everything's pretty much revolving around forestry for the most part. And then on my other save, everything's sort of revolving around animals. And so you can either take a look at my save, or my live from yesterday, or you can just show up tomorrow and I'll show you the animal save. I am PC. I do play cross-platform with my dad, who is console, and Bloweed is also PC. But yes, my animal save one, we have a lot more time invested into the animal save one, so there's a lot more stuff, and I would say I'm probably the only farming sim live streamer who focuses a heavy amount of time and effort into sheep. And so on my animal save, I have what I call the sheep empire, where I just have a crap ton of sheep, and we make about $700 and something thousand a year just from selling clothes. Now, I understand for some people that's not a lot, but you have to keep in mind I am playing on hard difficulty. I'm playing on hard economy. And so because of that hard economy, the money and how that's dispersed makes things pretty difficult. So anything over like 250,000 on hard difficulty is pretty good, pretty extremely good. And so hard economy definitely hits you pretty daggum hard. But it's fine. It works, and we're making good money. And so we're trying to branch out, do some more animals, and so we're gonna set up horses on the next stream, as well as set up. Ooh, also be looking out for the thumbnail for the next stream. I'm really digging the one for the next stream. I've already made it. We're doing horses and chickens. Everybody knows chickens are pretty easy to set up, pretty, you know, self-explanatory. Do you have a lot of mods? Okay, that's subjective. It depends what you mean by a lot. Especially if you, my mod Bloweed, he is a mod maniac in my opinion, but I would say we both do have a lot of mods. I think on this current save I have about 30 something like on this one currently, and let's see, like in the game, yeah, for like this one I have like 30 something, I think probably 38 around there. I don't know. I have 50 mods in total installed, but as far as like on this save, I think I have 30 something, and then the other one I have probably 30 something as well. Like I don't activate all the mods for all the saves, it just sort of depends. Yeah, it just sort of depends. And actually I can show you in just a second, but yeah, but I like them. Each mod has its own places on value. Some of the mods are just small, quick and easy quality of life things. For example, there is the lumberjack mod, which I think everybody should have, especially if you're gonna cut down trees of any sort. It also gives you super strength if you do want to use it, and I have used it a time or two. That's not true, a lot. I've used it a lot. Every time you get stuck, I definitely use super strength to sort of help flip things. Like you just saw me, I pretty much put this tractor almost on top of the gas station, and the lumberjack mod has a super strength component to it, so I could easily just pick it up off of there if that were to happen. Even though I try, and here's one thing that's sort of weird about me, I try to keep everything as realistic as possible, or at least within reason. So typically the mods that I will install are going to be either realistic mods or plausible mods. I don't typically do unrealistic mods. Oh, well, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. And so, like, for example, this tractor that I'm using, is there a single tractor in the real world that looks like this? Probably not. So would I say it's realistic? No. But is it plausible? Could someone do this if they wanted to? Yes, 100%. Another case in point, I'll show you this thing, which Blowy talked me into getting it, and oh my gosh. Okay, this is the Crone, which is very similar to, let me show you this. It's very similar to this mower here. It's pretty much the exact same thing. The Big M450. The only difference is this one is a special edition one. With this one, as you can see, we can have up to 900 horsepower, and this one does. And if you look at it, this thing can go up to 43 miles per hour. It is super fast. Even when it's cutting, it cuts grass fast. Not this fast, but it does cut, I think, at a speed of like 22 miles per hour. It moves fast. I'm on PC, but I don't really do any mods. You should try it. Like, mods, especially if you're doing like just quality of life mods. But this, like, it moves really fast. Is this realistic? In my opinion, no, it is not realistic. However, is it plausible? Could someone do this in real life if they wanted to? Could they take the machine, put in a stronger engine, change the paint schemes? Yes. So I have it. I don't think I've owned, well, that's not true. And actually, I'll show you some of the mods I have. For the most part, I don't have any unrealistic mods. There is one, and I will admit to it, I downloaded it relatively early. I did like a couple days ago, but it filled my storage up, and that is one problem with mods. You could get a solid state hard drive that's just off or external solid state storage drive, solid state drive, or you could get like a thumb drive that you could just always have into your computer and store some of the mods on there. But let me just show you the mods. So these first two, MacDon and Nexact, that's just DLC. I have this. I don't even know why I have this one turned on for this particular silver run, because I don't really need it for the grass. The Komatsu harvester here, this one was actually given to me by the developers. If you get a Silver Run Forest, it comes with a Komatsu harvester. It also comes with this Volvo pack. So I was just given it. It's part of the year one thing, so I have it. This came with it. This 40-foot land roller, I got this on the mod hub. This just gives us ground textures that we could paint. This one, I bought this one for the testing server, because as you saw, I have a test save where I go on and test things before I mess anything up on my animal save. This stream save is the exact same thing as the animal save, but it's meant to be a backup, of which I have not backed up this save in a while. I should actually back up this one as well. I could do that, but I do have, the good thing about PC, it's pretty easy to back up your saves if you know how to. But the bridge pack, just for downloading bridges. Courseplay, it's realistic in the sense that it just gives the AI better tracking, but this one's not in the mod hub. You actually have to get this one from online. The Scorpio 710, this is a mod I had back in FS22. It just gives you a bigger stone picker, blah. This is a quality of life one, just changes how the sorting of the shop works. Just extended display information, that's just quality of life. Here's the Varia that I have. This mod here, auto loading wood, I'll put a pin in that one. It's unrealistic, but I'll put a pin in that one. I'll explain that one in a second. The follow me mod, again, that's just chaining AI stuff. Forestry helper, that's a quality of life one. Government subsidy, that one is definitely unrealistic, but I only use it on the test server just so I have money to buy vehicles. Horse care manager, just AI for dealing with horses, just so that way it handles that. Yeah, follow me mod, it's good. I haven't used it, but I've seen it multiple times. I even saw it in FS22. It's pretty good. Info display, quality of life. This is a better plow. This is the thing I used to build that parking deck, the material bunker here. The Man TGS, that's actually a real thing. The lumberjack mod I've already told you about. ATV, car, bike. This wood chip thing, this is a mod that I made. Essentially I modified the wood chipper to where its hitbox was a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, so that way it could actually pick up trees without glitching trees out. And so this is a mod that only I have because I've customized it using the XML file. Do you know how to edit your money on PC? Yes I do. There's two ways. Easiest way, get this Power Tools mod. This Power Tools mod here, this allows you to easily add money. You don't have to think about it, you don't have to worry about it, just do it. That's the easiest mod to do, and it's in the mod hub. Again, you don't have to think much about it. Before this mod was a thing, I had to do it by hand, and I had to use the tilde key and go in and code it that way. It does take a little bit more time to do so, but you can do it. The Power Tools mod I would suggest using, because also with the Power Tools mod, if you don't want to use the Lumberjack mod, Power Tools has it to where you can add money. You could change what you fill your vehicle up with. You can set the field crop to certain stuff, similar to how you could in FS22. You could give yourself super speed, you can give yourself flight, you can give yourself super strength. So the Power Tools mod is really good for that. I typically only use it for money discrepancy things or terraforming. This Perfect Edge mod I need to uninstall because it doesn't work as intended. Or actually, no, let me rephrase. It works as intended, but it's not useful. Just because you can't rotate brushes a certain way, so it's not super useful, and it only gives you 4 directions to. Oh crap, did not mean to start. That's my fault. I'll fix that. I did not mean to start that. But yeah. Oh, come on. Well, now we gotta wait for this to load. Okay, we already got this stuff. Okay. Also, I have a little notepad next. Oh, speaking of which, there's a mod that acts as a notepad if you want to. Okay, let me back out again so I can continue showing what I was talking about. Yeah, the Perfect Edge mod only allows you to go on an X and Y axis, so you can only go left, right, forward, and back. It doesn't allow you to go in between those, so I actually need to delete that Straight Edge mod or the Perfect Edge mod. The Move Placeables mod is very useful. If let me see, I'm just gonna keep doing from here since we already started from here. Let's see. Multigrain production. This one with this mod, the multigrain production, it is borderline unrealistic, but I would say that it is okay, it's only borderline unrealistic because of 2 reasons. For the amount of money that you pay for this facility, it is way too cheap for how much utility and value you get out of it. You only have to pay $55,000 for this facility, and it's just, it pumps out way too much. It's realistic based off of a real factory, but it needs to be priced as a factory, and it's also too small as far as its footprint that it takes up. A building this size cannot put out the amount of stuff that this building puts out in the game. So, but I'll say this one's in the middle just because on technicality. The river thing, it gives you like little water bins, so if you want to place water on the map, which I don't use this too much. I've only used it like twice. I used it on my offline save, which I don't really play much anymore, and on my animal save, and I have it in one small spot. The paint anywhere in Terraform, this is a must-have, just because sometimes if you're on your farm and you try to terraform too close to the road, it will not allow you to. This allows you to do that, so I would do that. The parked vehicle allows you to where if you're skipping through your vehicles, let's say you're like what I have now where I have multiple vehicles, or let's say you have 20, let's say there's 10 vehicles that you're not going to cycle through often, you can do park vehicle, stops you from doing that. Placeable wall lights, again, that one's self-explanatory. I've already explained power tools. The Printh Raptor, again, that's just a vehicle in the game that helps us around thing. Realistic cab view, that's just a quality of life thing. It allows you to have better in-cab view. Road kit, quality of life. This one I don't even stinking use. I need to uninstall this. I need to get rid of it altogether because I really don't use it. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't use it at all. It's a great mod. It is a fantastic mod for forestry. I just don't use it, so blah. The round baler extension, this is actually really good. It keeps you from messing up. So if you're ever using a baler, if you go forward a certain distance, if you don't stop, you're gonna have like this gap where the baler isn't picking up anything because it's trying to release the full bale. This extension pretty much makes it to where it stops until the bale is released, and then you can keep going, so that way you're not messing any grass. Screw conveyor, good. I don't use it often, but it's good. Shed and storage, must have. I've been using it since like day one. It's just a better storage system for pallets and bales, unlike the storage that's based in the game. Sheep barn, you're gonna actually see this if you stop by tomorrow. Love this thing. You've already seen the crone in action. Stop full combine, same exact concept as the round bale extension, except for a combine harvester. The store deliveries, this just changes where your store deliveries are, but I only use this on the test save. Time saving stock check, this is a must have mod for anybody. Universal auto loader, I'll explain this one in just a second. Unload bales early. If you have a partial bale, allows you to unload it earlier. The wood crane, you actually saw this one a while ago, or on the farm. The universal auto loader, same thing, which is very similar to this auto loading trailer here for wood. An issue that I was having on my farm save, I tried the auto loader. I like it. I love them. But the problem was whenever I was using pallets, especially towards the beginning of the game, the pallets would glitch through the ground. The fork would glitch to the ground and get stuck. We would always have issues with that. And I enjoyed the challenge, but after like, I think 4 or 5 weeks of dealing with that, Blowy convinced me to just go ahead and get the universal auto loader. And so we got this, it loads pallets for us so that we don't have to use the forklift. I still use my front loader that's on a tractor, which again, you'll see that tomorrow, to deliver bales for sheep when they need to be fed. But for the most part, I'm glad I have it. It does speed up the loading of pallets, of which we have a lot of. And again, you'll see that tomorrow. The one for wood, we technically didn't even need to buy this one. I'm going to be honest. The reason we bought this one is because at the beginning of the patch for this season, when we started the save, the whole reason we started this save is because of the patch messing everything up. The auto loader wasn't working, so we had to buy or install this one. And this one works. It's the same thing as the other one. It's just that it only does wood. That's it. It only does wood. But I like it. Yeah, that's all the mods I have, all 53. Some of which, actually one of which I need to get rid of right now. So we're about to be down to 52. And that's what I try to do. I try to go in and, you know, pick and choose mods. Like Follow Me, I have not used it yet, but I have it. How are you going to stream? Actually, I usually only stream for 2 hours. So technically I'm getting off, logging off right now. But I just wanted, you're new, so I just wanted to show you everything. So when you stop by tomorrow, you know what's up, and you can meet everybody, hang out. And let's see, what was the mod I was supposed to be uninstalling? I forgot already. Dagnabbit. Where was it? Here it is. No, wait, what did I just do? What? Dagnabbit. Crap it. Okay, it's this button. Then it is this button. And this is a really good mod. It is really good. It's just, since I'm already given a forest harvester mod from essentially the factory, the game is giving it to me, I don't see the point in using it. But yeah. But with that, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on other social media, please feel free to do so. But the most important thing to me at the moment is the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, the link is down in the description below. If you want to join the Discord, just make sure your YouTube account is linked with your Discord account. Once you do, it will give you limited access to the entire Discord. And once I see that you have limited access because you are an early adopter to the Discord, I will give you full access because you will be an OG Dodger. And you'll be able to see everything, even the chats where we send memes and stuff and communicate with stuff like this. But even if you don't want to become a full member, you can still communicate with us and still see everything. Well, most of everything. You just won't see the fun stuff like voice chats and things of that nature. You won't be able to see those. But yeah, I really thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining. But with that, I will say peace and good night.